It's another video on visa updates in the UK, and in this one we're going to be focusing on the visitor visa. So there's been some changes to the visitor visa in the UK, and some category of people are actually allowed to now work as a visitor in the UK. Hello and welcome again to this channel. My name is Moya Adeyemi. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you think this video might be helpful for someone, please don't forget to share with them. So there's been lots and lots of changes, amendment that's been going on with the UK visas, and I just want to share in this video what has changed about the visitor visa. Initially, if you're coming into the UK on a visitor visa, you're actually not permitted to do any form of work, but there's been a little bit of changes that would allow people to actually come into the UK and do some permitted kind of work. On 7th of this month, December 2023, the Home Office published new immigration rules that expand the range of activities visitors are allowed to do in the UK from 31st of January 2024, including remote work, research, provision of legal services, and paid engagements. So we are going to be looking at the UKVI website to see what they have to say about paid engagement, so that we can clearly understand the category of people that can actually come into the UK and work, and to see what it entails and the requirements. Visit the UK for a permitted paid engagement. What you need to do, you need to check if what you plan to do in the UK is allowed. Check if you meet the eligibility requirement, prepare your invitation and other documents. Check if you need to apply for a visa to visit the UK, then apply for a permitted paid engagement visitor visa online if you need one. So what you can and cannot do, so you can be invited and paid by a UK-based organization or client if you're working as a professional artist, entertainer or musician, or as a professional sports person, as a qualified lawyer to represent a client, to give a lecture or series of lectures, as an academic, to be a student examiner or assessor, as an air pilot examiner. You can click on this link to check if what you're being paid to do in the UK is allowed. So that link is going to make it even more clearer if what you are coming to do is going to be allowed or not. What you cannot do is you cannot do any paid work unrelated to your main overseas job or area of expertise. You cannot study, you cannot live in the UK for extended period, you cannot claim public funds, you cannot pass through the UK to another country in transit, you cannot marry or register a civil partnership or give notice of marriage. You need to apply for a married visitor visa instead. Check if you meet the eligibility. You must be able to show that you've been formally invited by a UK-based organization, the events or engagement relate directly to your expertise, you are 18 or over, you are visiting the UK for no more than 1 month, you will leave the UK at the end of your visit, you are able to support yourself during your trip, you are able to pay for your return or onward journey, then you will not live in the UK for extended period through frequent or successive visits, or make the UK your main home. So most of the people that this actually apply to are people that are like professionals and people that just want to maybe come to the UK to give lectures, and maybe to, like what they said, people that this category of visa actually apply to. So it's not for everybody. It's not like the normal standard visitor visa. So that's a separate visa on its own, a standard visitor visa. You can't use a standard visitor visa to come and work in the UK. There is no company in the UK that will actually offer you a job if you are on a standard visitor visa. So this visa is called a permitted paid engagement visit visa. So it's a different kind of visa. So let's go and look at the standard visitor visa, the requirements, and what you can and cannot do. So as you can see on the UKVI website, as a standard visitor visa, what you will need to do is to check if what you plan to do in the UK is allowed as a standard visitor visa. So you need to check if you meet the eligibility requirement, check if you need to apply for a visa to visit the UK. So some European countries, they don't need to actually apply for a visit visa if you are coming for like 6 months. Apply for a standard visitor visa. You can apply for it online. So what you can and cannot do. What you can do is you can come to the UK on this visa for tourism, for example, holiday or vacation. You can come to see your family or friends. You can volunteer for up to 30 days with a registered charity to pass through the UK. So that volunteer, before I go forward, is going to be like a no paid charity work, like you're just volunteering. So you can pass through the UK to another country in transit for certain business activities, for example, attending a meeting or interview. So you can come to take part in a school exchange program. You can do a recreational course of up to 30 days, for example, a dance course. You can study, do a placement or take an exam. You can come as an academic, senior doctor, or a dentist. You can come for medical reasons. What you cannot do, you cannot do any paid or unpaid work for a UK company or a self-employed person. You can't claim public funds. You can't live in the UK for a longer period of time through frequent or successive visits. You can't marry or register a civil partnership or give notice of marriage or civil partnership. You will need to apply for a marriage visitor visa. So these are the eligibility. You need to have your passports, and then you need to be able to prove that you're going to leave the UK at the end of your visit. You will be able to support yourself and your dependents during your trips. You are able to pay for your return or onward journey. So if you're coming, it's better to book a return ticket, or if you are maybe transiting from the UK, maybe you're coming from one country to the UK, and from UK you're going to another country. So you need to be able to have booked that flight. So it's going to be part of the things that they'll check when you are boarding your flight. So you may need to meet extra eligible requirements. So I will just put the link under the description of this video so you can see for yourself if you want to go deeper to know the eligibility requirements and all of that. So just to bring a conclusion to everything I've been discussing in these videos. So the standard visitor visa is what I just discussed. That is the one that people are very familiar with. The tourism visa, visiting family and friends and all of that. And the other one is the paid engagement visa, which is very different from the normal standard visitor visa. It is kind of work related. So people that will fall into this category of job will definitely be people that maybe their company has a branch in the UK and they would like them to come to the UK to give lectures and maybe to show their expertise in one area, to coach people and all of that for a short period of time and go back to their home country. Also, if you're coming into the UK as a tourist, on a standard visitor visa, you can actually work as a remote person, since it's not like you're going to be looking for a job in the UK. So you can work for your company back home while you are on your holiday or while you're visiting the UK, and you can still do your remote job. So it's not going to be you're going out to get a job in the UK. So it's going to be you're still working from your home country, but you're visiting and then you're working remotely. That is also permitted while you're visiting. What is not permitted is what I've discussed earlier, and I hope this video has been value for your time. If you have any question whatsoever, if you want me to talk about anything else or something that you don't really understand that is going on in the UK, you can put the comment down and I would love to make a video about that to enlighten you more and to let you know what is going on in the UK. Thank you so much for my loyal subscriber. Thank you so much for my new subscriber. Thank you for your support so far, and I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you and bye for now.